Hello, welcome to another immigration art video. My name is Art Serratelli, and together with Mara Mijal, the two of us, we run the immigration law firm of Serratelli Mijal, PLLC. If you've got a question about immigration, send us an email and we will start the conversation. We'll either answer an email or we'll set up a free of charge consultation over Zoom or Skype, WhatsApp, whatever. You let us know what your questions are, and we'll either have an answer or we'll point you in the direction of someone who does have an answer. So if you've got a question, we'll have an answer. So if you've got a question, we'll have an answer. Today's video is about the 2020 revised civics test for U.S. citizenship. As you guys know, to become a citizen, one of the things you have to do is they give you a test on your knowledge of U.S. history and civics. They ask you questions like who was the first president, and then they give you the answer. You just memorize it. Or how many stripes are there on the American flag? Why are there that many stripes on the American flag? And again, you memorize the answer and you just tell them if they ask you the question. There's 100 questions, and you will be asked 10 of them word for word. You got to have a good memory. And then you just answer the question, and if you get it wrong, that's okay. Out of 10 questions, you just need to get 6 correct. All right? That's the old test. Now, you may have seen in the newspaper or crazy alarmist YouTube videos about, oh, the new test is so hard. 2020, Trump is making the test. Trump is making the test so hard. Now, you guys know we're not fans. We are not fans of the mentally stable genius. He's the failing mentally stable genius as of the date of this video. And when we see that he's changing something and it's really cause for alarm, we tell you. But this time, I don't think we can blame Trump. This change is no big deal. So don't listen to the Miami Herald, or don't listen to your local newspaper, or don't listen to the broadcast news on TV. Don't listen to the crazy people who are telling you this change is making the test so hard. It isn't. I promise. If you could do the old one, you can do the new one. So, what is this new test? Here we go. What are these big changes that everybody is scaring you with? Number one, don't be scared. The test for naturalization is 2 parts. The first part is history. The second part is written English and spoken English. It's your test of English. Only the first part is changing. So half the test is the same. It's the same. Same English writing, same English reading. So English reading and writing. They give you 3 sentences on a piece of paper. They're typewritten. And then below that, there are 3 blank lines, blank. And I'll give you an actual example from an actual interview I sat in because the client was very concerned that they were out to deny her. The poor lady, she was from the Middle East, and with Trump, you know how it goes. Trump, Middle East, not good. This was the question. Please read sentence number 2. So the young lady goes down to sentence 2 and she reads, it is the duty of every citizen to pay local, state, and federal taxes. Okay, so that's half the English test. She read one sentence written in English. Then the interviewer says, hey, all right, young lady, go down the line number 2, the blank line, and I'm going to ask you to write down the sentence I'm going to say. And I am not making this up. Here was the sentence. Ready? The sentence was, we pay, we pay taxes. 3 words. We pay taxes. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that everybody's test will be that easy, but that's the gist of the English exam, okay? So don't worry. That part, unchanged. And the second part, the civics and history, here is the change. Are you ready? All right, here we go. And I'm going to read it right off of our Facebook page. I posted about this the other day. Effective December 1. So every citizenship case filed on or after December 1, 2020 has the requirement of your eventually taking the new test. The new test is in your future if you file your case on or after December 1st, 2020. I'm reading it right off of Facebook. Here we go. Here are the new test requirements. Instead of your reviewing 100 questions and then have the government guy or the woman interviewer ask you 10, of which you only need to get 6 correct, now there's 128. Ooh, 128 questions. And they're going to ask you 20 questions, and you got to get 12 right. Okay? Now, you could look at that as half empty, half full, optimist, pessimist, you know. I'm normally pessimistic. I'm normally cynical. The glass is half empty. Not now. With this, I'm an optimist. That glass is half full. What is the big deal? They used to give you 10 questions. That wasn't enough. What if they asked you the 10 you didn't know? Now you get 20. And all you have to do is get 12 correct. This is just an opportunity to do better. I'm not worried in the least. And let's take an example. It's right from Facebook. In the old test, you had to remember things like which president freed the slaves? What does due process mean? Who is the vice president of the United States right now? Okay, those are old test questions. New test questions are something like this. How are changes to the Constitution made? Now, Who cares how they're made? They give you the answers, and they give you a couple of answers. You memorize them, and you offer one. Amendments. You amend the Constitution to change it. That's one of the answers. Just memorize that. Instead of the first president, George Washington, you remember instead how you make changes to the Constitution. What's the big deal? I don't see the difference. I really don't. Okay, now remember, they give you the questions in advance and they give you the answers in advance, meaning the government publishes a book of all the questions, and in that book they publish the answers. You memorize all 128, you go in to take the test, and they give you a subset of the same exact questions, but only 20 questions as the subset, and you got to get 12 right. It's not hard. Other people say, well, it is hard because they're increasing the number from 100 to 128. With Trump in the White House, they could have made it 428. This is not a big deal. All right? So that's it. That's my video. I'm done. And if you have any questions about this, email me. I will put your mind at ease. I will give you the link to the new test. In fact, let me show you that right now. If you have any questions about this, email me. I will put your mind at ease. Some viewers from California, they said I should tell you this. Now, this is not true, but it's funny. I think it's funny. A sample question from the new exam about history: was the 45th president of the United States the greatest president in the entire history of the United States?